Let's tell you now that we're now being joined by a former governor of Kano State and a sitting senator representing Kano State in the National Assembly, Senator Kabiru Gaya. Distinguished, thank you so much for coming to our Chief studio right here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What can you tell us? We understand that your party, the leaders have been asked to trim down the number from 5 to 2 or to 1. Has that agreement been reached?
Well, there's still at the process, during congresses like this or conventions like this, decisions are taken even at the last minute. And when it's done the last minute, people accept that decision. So therefore, we are trying to trim down. All I know that we believe that the candidate the presidency should go to the south. And that's what I've been clamoring for over 2 years ago. And at least finally, we have agreed to that now, that the candidate is coming from the south, so that we can have a northern vice president and be able to win the election. I believe that in the next few hours, certainly, we will come to a conclusion. Even if we don't agree on one person, at least 2 or 3 candidates will go for vote.
Okay, so what happens to the likes of the President of the Senate?
Well, this is what the party agrees. In principles, when we had the President Buhari from the northern Nigeria, and he's serving 7 years, going for 8 years, I think naturally the power should shift to the south. And that's what I've been talking about for over 2 years. And I believe that's the way Nigerians will believe that APC is a party for all. It's not a sectional, it's not a regional party, it's party for all Nigerians. And that's why we said we have to do that.
Senator Goye, I've heard you say we agree. But we do understand that there are some who don't agree with this. So when you say we have agreed, who are you referring to?
In any decision you take, it has merits and demerits. When the merits are more, then you say we. That is the majority. So the majority of Nigerians accept that let the leadership of the presidency of APC of Nigeria go to the south. And we all agree with the majority of us. And anyone that's going to be voted, we find that vote will go more on Nigerians saying let it go to the south.
So is it the thinking of the group that amongst the candidates reduce it to either 2 or 1?
Yeah.
That's what the party wants.
That's true.
But as at the time you left, or the last information you had, what did it look like?
Well, it looks like still at the 2 resolutions are not being fully resolved. And it's
Sorry, apologies to brought into who are the 2?
We have the vice president, Yemi Osinbajo, and then Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
So it comes down to the southwest.
I think it comes down to the southwest.
Just a second. Is this arrangement agreed to by the other 3 who were dropped? Because we understand that they
22.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the party will not simply say they have dropped a candidate, because I'm aware that some few candidates, aspirants, have stepped down for Yemi Osinbajo. I'm aware of that.
Who are those?
For example, Ken Inamani and 2 others.
Who are the 2 others?
I don't have the names here now, but I know I was aware, or I've been informed that 3 of them have stepped down for him. And I think that will be announced later here.
So by the time the process begins tonight, do we expect just those 3 to mount the podium and speak to delegates why they should be voted for?
I think he said 2.
Do we have 5 to come up?
Whatever the number the party decides is okay, because the people need to come and address the party members and tell them if they are stepping down, where are they stepping down, and for who are they stepping down. If they are not stepping down, let them tell the Nigerians or the party members that are here what do they intend to do to improve the situation in the governance of Nigeria. Simply.
Now, there's an elephant in the room, and there's a bigger question for your party as to whether or not, because you are the chairman of the INEC committee in the Senate, and you're one of those who midwife the electoral law. Now, the question is what the consensus clause says in the electoral law.
Well,
it's pretty clear. The governor of just remember the land on that question. The governor of Kogi State has said he will not back down. He will go down to the very last minute. Yeah. What danger does that pose?
Well, for the electoral law, it's very clear that if you have aspirants willing to contest, and the party wants them to do consensus and pick our candidate, it means all the other 5 out of 6 must step down and then write categorically that they are supporting the consensus candidate. That's what really happened during our national convention to elect party leaders. When all other aspirants of becoming party wrote a letter taken down for offline admin. That's clear, they will follow the electoral act. So for this one too, they will follow the electoral act. If Governor Koji refuse to step down, then we will go for election with him. That's what the law says.